Hello, everybody. This is Queen Lenora. Hope everything's well. I want to make sure I cover everything. Sorry you have to see stuff like this. Virgo be here in a minute. Oh, it kind of look like we're old school over here. Looking like it ain't got good camera view on my Mac. I don't know what that's about. So anyway, I just wanted to say we were trying to learn how to live stream and we just realized we can't live stream. We have to do something different. So we figured it out. It took us forever. And this has been 2 weeks in a row trying to get it. So we are so excited. And Virgo Queen will be here in a minute to tell you how excited she is as well, because she is even shocked that we ever started. So anyway, my drink today is eggnog with punch of cream, and that came from Grenada punch of cream. And so with my punch of cream, I have my drink, and I call it eggnog. Because I mix eggnog with it. It's something really simple. I mean, sometimes you can be difficult all you want, but then it'll be something simple. So I want everybody to know you need to learn how to, not learn how, hit subscribe and share us to everybody. And we talk about anything that you want to talk about. So what I do right now is I just go randomly of what my friends ask me, or when they send me questions that they see on Facebook or anything like that. I just look at questions and then I just try to figure out which ones to answer. And I did ladies' night because I want us to talk about ladies' things. So all the good stuff that we want to talk about. Virgo's doing something I don't know, you guys. So you should see what I have to do over here. People often don't understand that when you see Virgo on here, that she don't seem all that, but she be cracking me up. This is awesome. Anyway, so I'm looking for questions because I don't want any long questions, but I don't want one that's gonna be short because anytime Virgo hears a question, she'll shorten it out really quick, and it bothers me. As you see, she hit me. Can you move that right there so I can move this back further? Thank you.
I have chocolate rum eggnog.
Yeah, she's chocolate girl today. Chocolate rum eggnog. So tell us all of this in your drink.
It is a little bit of ice, some Bacardi Gold rum,
Mm.
some traditional eggnog, and
Mm-hmm.
some chocolate syrup. And then I also have some of that, what's that stuff? That punch of cream, like she was saying earlier, which I thought was eggnog. I didn't know because I haven't drank eggnog in so long. But and it actually tastes pretty good, but it's super strong. So I'm gonna have to sit on it.
Yeah.
No, without the chocolate, it was nasty. It tasted better with the chocolate. I had to put a whole bunch of chocolate in it because
That's just way stronger than mine.
it
I
was
can't do that.
it was nasty.
I can't do it, and
And the
I'm be
little
fine with
humming
this one right
noise
here.
you hear in the background because I had to make me something to eat. Because oh Lord.
When you drink, you gotta eat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a question that I'm on the Talk It Out show. My name on the Talk It Out show is Lydia, and how I became Lydia is because we wrote this play called Who's Fooling Who. Remember that play, Who's Fooling Who?
Mm-hmm.
So we did the play Who's Fooling Who, and on that play we had several ladies. So when we first decided to do a radio show, we were gonna do a soap opera version of Who's Fooling Who on the radio, and we didn't really care for it, and it was just a little more time consuming than we had. So we ended up doing the Talk It Out show and kept our names. And my name was Lydia in the play, and it's Lydia on the Talk It Out show. But this was one of the questions that I really enjoyed, and I really feel like you should text me and tell her to watch so she can have an opinion on there as well. Because it took so long that she probably was on there trying to watch it way earlier, but we couldn't get it on there. It's just hilarious. So hopefully Tamika will watch because I will call her on y'all in a minute to make her watch. But this question is amazing, so I really don't want to lose the question. So
Where's Wilson?
okay, here's the question. So I guess I can't wait to read it because I want Tamika to hear the question. I'll just say it again. Okay, so it says, I recently reconnected with an old flame, and we discovered that the bedroom fire is definitely still there. Amazing sex for 2.5 hours. I asked him if he sexes every woman like that, and he got a bit offended. Like, what? He says that that treatment was especially for me. So, my question is, can you ask your male followers this? If any male followers is out there, do different women get different versions of the D and why? So, in my opinion, that I argued when I was on the Talk It Out show is most men, it's probably the same all the time. It really depends on the woman. Because if a woman is just laying missionary style, then it is not going to be all that. But if a woman is exciting, then of course he's going to get excited. So to me, can a man lay it down the same? I think so. The only reason I say that is because most women be like, it was so horrible. I don't know how he think he was all that. I said, because women be lying. So he ain't doing nothing different because women be lying. So I really just really think it's the woman's point of view. What do you think?
You know what? I was so busy texting Tamika, I didn't really hear the question. Can you
Uh,
read it again?
yeah, the question is I recently reconnected with an old flame and we discovered that the bedroom fire is definitely still there. Amazing sex, 2.5 hours. I asked him if he sexes every woman like that, and he got a bit offended. He said that treatment was especially for me. So, my question is, do different women get different versions of the D and why?
I think different women get different versions. I think it depends on that connection you have with that male. Because it's just like, how it goes where men are going to treat the next female different than the last one.
I
If
agree
they
with
feel
that.
that oh, well, their word is, oh, well, she ain't all that, she easy to all that,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to treat you like that, but somebody that they really like, they're going to treat them totally different. Because I have a friend from back in the days, well, not back in the days, but you know, but
Oh.
we're in a platonic friendship, kind of like with benefits or whatever, but I know he treats me with the most up respect than he does with other people. I've heard with the other girls how he dogged them out or whatever, whatnot. There was like one example. I guess he got into an accident. The girl banged her head up really bad or whatever, and she wanted to go to the hospital. He was like, "Nope, not taking you to the hospital." Like, had that have been me, he would have took me to the hospital.
I guess so.
Like
I may have
that.
dropped my phone.
I'm just like, wow.
Okay.
I mean, so it just depends on that type of relationship. Because, like, he treats me differently than he does other people.
But she's talking about being dick down, like
Um,
not emotionally, like dick down.
yeah.
You think a man could do it each differently with a different woman, or do
Yeah.
you think it's the woman? Because I don't think it's the man. In my opinion, I think it's the woman. If you
I think
lay in
it
there
is a woman.
missionary style, a man can't get his. He just gonna give it to you missionary
I,
style. But if
I
you one of
think
those
it,
women that are a freak, then you gonna get it freaky leaky.
I think it's the woman, and I think what it is a man's mindset is they don't know how she's going to react to that situation, that sexual encounter, whatever. So, like you said, if he feels that she's plain Jane missionary, whatever, whatnot, then that's how he gonna do it. Where the next person he might meet might be freaky, and then he gonna give her a little more. Because I even had this one dude where I thought he was just like, I'm like, okay, I guess this is okay, whatever, whatnot. And it turned out to where, I can't even explain.
Yeah, well, we found out she didn't even know she was, having a certain kind of sex. Um, she didn't even know that she was having a certain kind of, what is it called, BDSM kind of sexual life. She didn't know that's what she was doing. And it was funny because I had explained Yeah, you thought you were just vanilla, baby. You
I
probably
am
got some.
vanilla.
No, yeah, right. She's like chocolate swirls with some caramel and pecan nuts.
I don't know if there was pecan. No.
Maybe almonds. We don't know, but we know that she was having a good time.
Oh yeah.
So she would realize, like, 'cause nobody realize understand that a lot of different stuff that you're doing in bed is connected to the BDSM. So you're just thinking, oh, you thinking of bondage and dominance and all that. You know, Tamika would be, if she's on there, she should chat and tell us what we should be saying to help on this conversation. Would love to endure what she has to say because she loves this conversation right here.
Yeah, because with him, and it's a trick because he's the only person that's ever gotten me out of my shell like that. It depends on the man, his relationship and comfort with the woman. Exactly. That's what I was getting ready to say. Yeah,
That's what she said.
He's the only person that I felt comfortable like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I still always think it's the woman because the woman, I mean, the man's gonna just he can't make a woman do something, and I mean, unless that woman allows him to make them. But usually, you have to get the consent of a woman, and if a woman feels comfortable just being on the back, that's fine. Most women are feeling comfortable being on the back or doing doggy style, but they're not really ready to explore all kinds of the different things.
Yeah, and he knows the coochie.
Well, that's the thing. I've always say that if a man loves the vagina, then you know you gonna have your orgasm. But if you don't love the vagina, you're not getting much in there. Because as Tamika did say, what she say?
It depends on the man, his relationship and comfort with the woman.
Yeah, there you go. But it's usually the woman that needs more comfort than anything else. That's something you want to keep in mind too, right?
Yeah.
And again, I'm drinking eggnog with punch. What's it called? Punch of rum?
Punch of cream.
Punch of cream. So I thought when I was looking at the ingredients from Grenada with the punch of cream, it sounded like eggnog. That stuff is strong, isn't it?
Yeah, because I thought it was eggnog and I poured it into my drink.
You see that big glass?
That's why I had to put chocolate syrup in there with some regular eggnog.
And I haven't even tasted hers because I was like, that one, it hurt my throat so much.
And it looks just like eggnog. Let me go grab it.
She's upset.
I am.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of already what I got in my cup. Minus the milk.
That's what I'm saying.
And the nutmeg.
And when they say milk in Grenada, it don't be like a cow's milk.
It'd coconut milk.
It'd be like something, probably coconut milk. It's probably coconut milk. And it sure ain't sweetened. But it's a punch of cream from Grenada.
It is punching some creams.
Ooh, it's a partner. Oh, yes.
That's not funny to me, guys. I see you laughing. I had to make my little chocolate. Yeah. Because that shit is.
So I hope we helped on that question. So I'm going to read another question. And again, I told you I get questions that friends send to me. So I don't know where they get them from, or they'll ask me themselves. And I just don't mention anybody's names because I just don't feel like it's appropriate. So this one says, in June of 2017, I moved in with a friend. We grew really close, and I would even go as far as to call her my best friend. We got along great. It was never an issue with bills being paid or anything. She has an on and off again boyfriend of 6 years. I didn't like him, and he didn't like me, but I was never disrespectful to him. I was never rude or anything. So now we're in March of 2019, and they decided they was going to try to make it work for the 10th time. Knowing her like I know her, I kind of knew she was going to want to move back in with him. Fast forward 3 weeks later, she messaged me telling me she is moving and gave me this huge lie about finding a new job and she wouldn't be able to pay the rent as well as the other bills and so on. I'm sorry.
I see where this is going.
Yeah, I did. I always knew he told her to move out. This was the middle of April. She paid her half of May, and that's all. The lease doesn't expire until August, so that left me to cover all the rent until it expires. I can't afford the rent alone. I would just go broke paying it as well as my bills such as car note, lights, etc. I just want I just want her spare money, and I'm okay with that. So, about 2 days, my mom needed a place to stay. I told her she have the extra room here. Then my old roommate hits me up about coming back because she and the guy broke up. I feel like for her to leave me high and dry was selfish and inconsiderate. And I don't really want to go back down that path and put myself in a jam twice. Like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on myself for falling for it. My question is to you: how do I tell her this without ruining the friendship we have? I've been told my approach is all wrong and I come off as mean and cold. Well, Virgo Queen cannot
Shut up.
respond to this
I cannot
question.
respond. Whatever.
She cannot respond. So I guess this goes to Queen Lenore because Virgo Queen is the worst for this type of conversation.
I do come off cold.
Oh,
that's why
you ain't never lied. Never
I was
lied.
about to say, just tell her the truth. You can't stay here.
I told her you can't even have no conversation. I would just say, you know what? I wish I could, but I just gave my mom the room. She can't get mad at you for giving up the room. She gave up her thing. That's what she said. And who gonna get mad at mama moving in? Who gonna get mad at mama moving in?
Some people.
Well, hey.
Some people.
How you gonna get mad at mama moving in and you already moved out? Now you want to come back in, like you was on hold. Like, hold on, don't move, don't have a lockdown. So that's what I was saying.
But some people operate like that to where it's like, oh, well, you're gonna let your mom move in or whoever. Before B, and that shouldn't even be a thought process in somebody's head. This is my mother. My mother is gonna have more clout over anybody because it's my mom. You only get one mom.
That's true. So that's what I was saying. I wouldn't do it the way Virgo Queen probably would have said it, but I'm saying that's how I would have. Because she would have been rude and cold.
I would have been mean and cold.
She would have been. And ain't nothing else we can say about it. But that's how I would say it. I would just be like, you know what? I'm sorry. My mom's moving in. I gave her the room. You said you was out. And I'm doing what I can do. I apologize. I'm sorry you in that rut. I hope you find you a spot. And if you want to, you can even... No, because you can even help look for a place. But in reality, you don't have to deal with that again. That's just something that's up to you. But if you want to have a thing where you're saving your friendship, I would just put it on my mom because you said your mom was moving in, so that's what I would use it as. And it ain't no lie. She'll see your mama in the house. Right?
Right, yeah.
I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, what's your opinion? I'm just saying. Anybody got an opinion? Anybody want to say anything about that? How would you handle it? Because we already know she can't handle it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And she trying to act so innocent.
I am the innocent one.
Oh, she be trying
to Virgo. We're innocent.
And the lies you tell. The lies she tells, do not believe. Virgos are evil. If it got anything to do with Virgo Queen, they're evil.
We just say what's on our mind and how we say it.
I say it what's on my mind too, but I ain't evil.
We just sound mean about it.
Yeah, because you're evil.
We don't be putting up with the BS, that's all.
A lot of people don't put up with the BS.
Yeah, but some people you let people get away with certain stuff. I just be like, I'm not tolerating it. It is what it is.
I just treat people the way I want to be treated, not the way they treat me, because that's just how I'm living my life. After you get close to your death, you be like, you know what? Things that I used to think was important ain't that important anymore.
And you're right about that. But see, that's why certain people you just can't be around.
What did it say?
She said, "Bye. Better work it out with the boyfriend." But I understand.
Tamika's usually nice. She ain't nice today either.
Tamika is really nice. She nice.
Yeah, then that wasn't nice. Like, peace.
But No, you're right. But my thing is, I forgot what I was saying.
Sorry.
Huh?
That's sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I want people to treat me, I want to treat people the same way they treat me if it's good or whatever, but I try to distance myself. That's why I don't have a lot of friends anyway, because I try to distance myself. As you get older, okay, well, some people I could just do without. And so I try to leave all that drama and the stuff out the back door because I don't want that in my life or in my circle. I don't have time for that. And I'm just one that's not going to deal with it, period.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it sounds like I'm coming off mean and cold. But
because you are.
We are no, but if we're supposed to be friends or if we're that close, even though I'm not trying to sound mean or cold, I'm just telling you like how it is. You should be able to respond to that, just like give criticism and take criticism or whatever. I don't know how to say it, but it's not that I'm trying to be mean. It's just like I don't have time for that. Life is too short, I guess, and so. Try to keep the positive energy, get all that bad juju away.
She sounds so good, and I just love the way she makes herself sound so awesome. But I'm gonna be truthful. Virgo Queen is very blunt and very curt, and there's so many ways to be very blunt and tell the truth. I'm not telling you to sugarcoat nothing or anything, but sometimes just saying hi would sound like she's cussing you out.
Hi.
And then she looks at you like, what did I do? All I said was hi. And it'd be like, because you now want me to cuss you out, and I don't know why you want me to cuss you out. I don't understand. And then, but if you do have the stuff that Virgo Queen does to you, oh, she's pissed, ready to fight and everything else. So why she trying to make it sound all sweet and sugar coated? If you did her the same way, oh, she ain't having it. She ain't having it. I don't care what none of y'all say. Y'all can say what you want to say about Virgos, this and Virgo that. She is not having it.
That's all Virgos. Because we don't have time for that little stuff. We don't like people that be, oh, woe is me, and oh, me, and all this, and throwing temper tantrums or asking stupid questions that you should already know the answer to, or you explain something you got to tell them 50 million times, or if it's okay for them to say something to you, take criticism from them, but when you criticize them or say something to them that they want to pout, throw temper tantrums, I don't have time for all that. So yeah, then you gonna get the other Virgo, the mean Virgo.
I get the mean Virgo daily.
No,
right along with the loving Virgo.
You get the loving Virgo because you're my sister. I just got to keep you on your toes. But, yeah.
So as we hear the lies that are coming from my beautiful sister, what she say?
Do as she says and not as you do.
Exactly. That is so Virgo.
Whatever.
That is so Virgo.
That is.
Virgo has a temper.
That is Virgo. Those are all Virgos. So.
I'm just saying. Well, then let me put it this way: Virgos have tempers.
Those are all Virgos.
Virgos have attitude problems. Virgos have a smart mouth. They have the meanest looks, and the Virgos don't give a rat's even when they wrong, and they know they wrong, and when they don't know they wrong. Virgos has issues.
Can you see that?
She said, "I resemble that remark."
Which one?
Yeah, which remark?
She said a whole bunch of them.
I'm just saying. That's how you are. If I'm just going off of you personally, that's all I have. I mean, my husband's a Virgo, and he's kind of cuckoo too, but on the female Virgos, I'm just saying what I deal with my lovely, gorgeous, beautiful sister here. I already know the stuff she dishes out of her mouth, she will not allow anybody to dish in her mouth. And let me tell you, this little evil chick is evil.
With our tongues, my tongue is a weapon, and I can cuss somebody out without cussing.
Half the time she trying to be nice. That's the mean part to me. Like she be like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm going to my room. I ain't got time to talk."
I don't want to say all like that. Are you already nodding your head?
Yes. Because you're the only one that doesn't see that you're crazy. You're the only one.
Look, forget both y'all. No. I'll be right back. I gotta go check on something.
Okay. Go ahead, check, because I'm just saying. Love Virgos, and I just... And it's so funny because...
We're moody.
I know I am. I ain't gonna lie.
Bipolar moody.
I'm moody.
Aquarius, I don't even understand. So many people want to tell me about Aquarius, but I'm not gonna tell you what I know. It says you was just talking about me, Virgo. Temper tantrum, hurt feeling. Let me tell you, Miss Tamika is smart mouth, sensitive, emotionally crazy, love you to death, psycho, and wants to throw a tantrum on things that don't make sense.
She's an Aquarius too?
No, Tamika is. She can be a Virgo, so.
What's her birthday?
Her birthday is October 27th, I think it is. Yeah, you are very sensitive.
Is she a Libra?
What sign are you? Virgo's trying to figure it out.
She a Libra?
I don't know. See, these people be sending me long questions. I don't want to be reading for an hour just to help somebody out.
Libra or Sag?
I'm still waiting for her to tell me. She just said she was sensitive. That's all I got.
She is.
But you're sensitive too, though.
I am very sensitive.
The only difference is Tamika looks sensitive. You don't. You look like this.
Outer shell. I do.
Yeah, that's what you look like. Talking about you sensitive. She's a Scorpio.
Oh, yeah, they're crazy. They're very sensitive, super sensitive.
They're more sensitive than you.
Charvel's a Scorpio. He's sensitive. He get in his film real quick.
She done said people's names on here. She ain't supposed to be saying. So don't listen to her name. At least she said Scorpio again. How many Scorpios are you?
They sensitive. Because when I know the man start throwing and breaking stuff.
Ooh, see that way. You know, if you gotta start acting like a child, it irritates me.
They play video games and throwing remotes and stuff and tearing them up.
So do Virgos. Because I'm married to a Virgo that does that.
That's true.
I don't know what like Aquarius. Everybody always say Aquarius is, and when they be naming stuff, they be naming about other people, and I'll be like, I am nothing like that. So I don't know if Aquarius January is different than Aquarius February.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the males different than the females.
Your opposite is your littlest one. Because ain't she an Aquarius too?
Who?
The one back there.
My sister?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's a February. I know. Nothing alike. And that's what I'm saying. I don't even understand.
My name from jump.
I know.
Right.
Why I say she can't say somebody else's name?
Right, Tamika, right.
Look at you being sensitive, though.
I have like a tough outer shell. I'm super sensitive.
Very
sensitive.
Very.
I'm so sensitive.
And I be cracking up because as evil as she is, I be like, how do you be so sensitive as evil as you are? How did that happen?
At least I don't be stomping around pouting.
Oh, here we go. Here she goes. She's getting ready. It's coming. We're gonna let her go off in a few seconds. Don't look at that smile. She's getting ready to turn evil. She is working her evilness up. If I don't find a question that I want to listen to, it's gonna be on. She's gonna go off for about a couple of hours.
It's called venting.
And it is a good time to vent at ladies' night. I hope you have your drink. Even if it's a virgin. I wish mine was a virgin. That's my computer, y'all.
I don't know what that was.
It's telling me to install an update. And my school said I can't install an update, so.
That drink is 3/4 gone.
They always say, you know, you feeling it. She had nothing but alcohol in her drink. Like, this is her long, big glass. And it was full. And then she had poured. This was way up here.
It was.
And she poured it down here. And I'm like, this was going to last me some years. It's her one. But one moment. And what eggnog have you seen in a bottle like this? Just tell me what eggnog. I've never seen an eggnog in a bottle.
I don't drink eggnog like that. I didn't know.
I'm just saying I never seen eggnog in the bottle.
Shandy, what's she called? The other one.
You know what? The people that know how to cut people with their mouth are the most sensitive people I know. So I don't care if you're Virgo, a Scorpio, a Leo, a Cancer, a Gemini,
Aquarius,
or whatever. Y'all are the most sensitive people in the world. I mean, I just don't understand. But it's always people with the most smart mouth. I don't even think that's a sign related thing. People with the most smartest mouth are always the one that are the most sensitive. If they got smart mouth and can jump to something real quick.
Ralph Tresvant said, I keep my sensitivity to myself.
That's a damn lie.
That is.
That's why she jumps more down your throat when she's sensitive. She gonna cuss you out more now because she's sensitive. You don't hurt her little feelings.
I always kept my feelings inside.
It comes out in different ways, is what I'm saying.
It does. It comes out as mean.
That's what I just said.
I said Costco got eggnog in the bottle. See, Costco got eggnog in the bottle. Thank you, Mika.
I've been to Costco. I ain't seen no eggnog in the bottle. I see it in the cart, and that's when I buy it. It's the what brand is it, baby? It's the that one kind of No, it's not the Tillamook. The eggnog. It's the same as we get when we get
Southern Comfort.
No, it's Dairy Gold.
Dairy Gold, Mom.
Thank you. You are so. Oh, she is awesome. She came in with it all by herself. Psych. And why she said eggnog? Well, it's eggnog here in Beaverton. She's so called Portland.
That is Beaverton. You take Highway 26 and be driving for 20-30 minutes, you'll be Beaverton.
You feel like you're almost at the coast when you get to where she at.
And they have a Portland address.
And then want to. No, really, I do live in Portland. No, but what you do now?
Southwest Beaverton Hills ain't Highway, Portland, Oregon. No.
I have a friend, because I'm having a hard time looking for this. I have this one friend. She's married. And she is not happy with her man.
No.
And I just want some good opinion on how to deal with when you're not happy with your man. Because the thing about it is, when you first get married, you're trying to connect emotionally with this person, and then you take it in the household that you were raised, and households he was raised in, and then however you guys been when you were living on your own, and mushing it together. So that's already an issue. And my main question is, I don't know why women date men that play video games if it bothers you. I don't understand the purpose of dating them if it bothers you, because most men that do that. What she say?
She gave you the finger.
Oh, that was rude. Look at the evilness. So rude.
They said this message is held for review.
Oh, wow. See?
That's YouTube for you.
But, yeah, so, what is your opinion about that? You dated a guy, you know he played video games when you dated him. You guys get married, and then that's like the biggest issue in your relationship. Why? I was really expecting you.
For me, well, how do I answer this?
Truthfully and honestly.
Now, I guess I wouldn't have a problem with it because I'm older. When I was younger, in my teens, I definitely had a problem with it. Kind of, sort of did. But I was still young enough to where I was still doing my own thing. But as I grew older, or middle age, I guess I'm middle age now.
Yeah.
Late teens, early 20s, I definitely had a problem with it because now I was at the phase where I want to spend more time. Let's do this, but doing this was more important, and we just kind of went separate. And so I had an issue with that. But now I think now at my age, I'm saying I'm old, I'm not young. I wouldn't care. Because my thing is, he in the house. He's not doing what he shouldn't be doing. And, he's in the house. So I don't think I would have a problem with that.
You don't think you have a
As
problem
long
with it?
as stuff was getting taken care of or whatever, we had our alone time or whatever, I wouldn't have a problem. True. Yeah.
True, yeah, what?
She said, you marry someone you thought you can change.
Yeah. Well, then that's the wrong reason to get married to somebody if you think you can change it because you don't want nobody changing you, so you showing the heck shouldn't change nobody else.
But people don't have that mentality, especially when they're young. At that age, they think, oh, well, if I do this, I can bring him up like this, or I can bring her up like this, and switch them to this. You can't change nobody. You knew what you got. You knew what you were getting into when you said I do. So, I mean,
And
you better
that's
take your vows serious. When you
exactly.
said I do, I mean, you're taking for everything.
But I don't think people look at it that
And
people
acting-
always have an easy way of saying they want to get a divorce or separate, and I think
not
that's
a
a
reason
wimp
to
out
get a divorce.
because they feel like they spend more time and they are more in love with the video game than they are with them. They're like they have more of a relationship with the video game than they have with the person that they're married to.
That's something they just need to sit down and talk and be like, hey, like how you used to tell me, oh, let's go do this, do that, or whatever. But that's not no reason to get no divorce over no video game, unless they're at the point to where they don't work or nothing because all they do is play video games all day. Then that's a whole different ballgame.
Well, I know the guy
who don't take care
Yeah.
of the family.
all your stuff that you're supposed to take care in the household and provide.
Right. Thank you. Provide for your family.
Yeah, but they feel like when they try to talk that the person is not listening. And then they feel that they can't talk without them playing a video game. That is true. Marriage is work. It is hard work. And I'm tired of people jumping into marriage thinking it's supposed to be easier, like you done fell in love with Cinderella and all them and there's a happy ending, but you never see the happy ending because the married when they finally get married, now that it's time to work at the marriage and they don't show that part of marriage when it's time to get to work at it. But then they just say it's so easy to deal with, and I think it's a problem because we are. One, you got to realize you're two different people coming into a household together to work it out, and how are you gonna sit here and say you're gonna work it out and get a divorce at the same time? It doesn't even make sense. What you think?
But it's like if you knew he was playing video games when you married him, why are you complaining about it?
Because what I heard was I didn't think it was as bad as it is.
Woo, woo, woo. Excuse me, y'all. There's a spider on the floor. And he's big.
Oh, Lord, you see it.
Where's your shoe?
You know, your mom, I'm wearing slippers.
Oh my God.
Here.
It's okay. Give it to me. It's okay. It's okay.
Why are you putting it on?
So she can kill it. We are watching the spider actually.
I know, that's
Because if
why.
you jump, you're going to see this fat girl fly.
Never mind. You can just say that, can
No.
you? What is it?
Mama, just step on it.
Mom, you step on it.
No, you right there with the shoe.
Gee. I'm not stepping on it. What if you got babies?
Oh my goodness, why is that a conversation?
Woo!
Hurry up. Oh my Lord, he's coming towards me.
Thank you. Oh Lord. She got up all big and bold and it got scared. I'll be like, give me your shoe, give me your shoe. And then she put the shoe on and she's like, what? And then when I moved, the spider moved, she said, forget this. Slash. She could do that before the spider moved. Woo! My daughter is funny. No, we got you.
I didn't say anything. I just said, ooh, a spider.
I'm never gonna kill a spider for y'all ever again.
No, you mean for your mother. I didn't do anything.
No, she always
What?
said
She always.
you have to pay.
Good.
Niece,
I'm waiting.
come get this spider.
Mm-mm.
Now I'm over here looking for spiders. Now I'm be doing spider
That's-
check for the next week.
Let me put up my leg real quick. I'm saying.
Some of the stuff y'all send me is silly. Like I can't answer some of these
Take
questions.
divorce off the table. Play a video game with them. If you win, you get 10 minutes of a game-free conversation.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Mhm.
Read that again.
Why I gotta read it? You read it. Take divorce off the table. Play a video game with him. If you win, you get 10 minutes of a game. 10 minutes of game-free conversation.
Oh, now that's good. I like that. Good one. Good one.
Oh,
Okay, so the stuff that you guys throw in my mailbox is funny. So we did a play this weekend for the Christmas play, where we handed out free Christmas gifts and stuff. So we were having a good time, and I was just enjoying myself. The first night, it was like a play that I don't know who wrote it. It was an invisible play. We created our own play on Friday. We kind of followed through on the right play on Saturday. So I knew the play we were doing on Saturday, but it was just fun to watch the whole thing. Could be happy or mad or happy. But let's ask Virgo Queen, how did she feel? Was she happy or mad?
Oh, I am sad. Are you reading that? Did you read that? Did you really read that?
Okay. So somebody put in my newsfeed. Not my newsfeed.
I'm gonna
In
say
my
that. I'm
messenger.
gonna go back to and then at work I'm be like,
So they got tampons. Marijuana tampons are here to save you from period cramps. So when you insert your tampon, the weed will come out. You will not have cramps. Booyah!
so when your boss, when you have to take that pee test, I'll be like, I don't smoke weed. I don't know what you're talking about.
I just had this
like, oh,
tampon.
I have a tampon. I think they have weed in it. I did not know.
Oh, that is hilarious to me. So me and my daughter was one day having this conversation, and it was about why do women have to be naked to walk down the street? Why can't they just wear clothes? And to me, I just enjoying that conversation. Why do men wear pants if they gonna say it?
No.
So these are questions like, do anybody have answers to? Is it serious? Like,
maybe it was hot
for the girls to be naked? Do you know it can be 70 degrees in Portland and you will see girls.
Honey, I saw a
naked.
woman a couple of weeks ago that had on a sports bra and it was freezing cold outside. So
see, it don't take much for us to do that. And then why do men feel like they men when they sagging? Because to me, I'm like, it takes away your man card when you're sagging.
It's tacky.
Yeah.
It's really tacky. It's not attractive at all. That don't mean like, oh, look at him. I can see the crack of his ass and his dirty drawers. I want to get his name and number.
That's right.
Take him home to my mom and my papa. No, boy, put your pants on. Do you know that stems back in the days, sagging your pants, meaning you were in jail and you wanted to get stuck in the ass? Sorry,
I still believe that's what it stands for.
That's where it came from.
I think men who are sagging want to be done in the booty.
Yeah,
that's why they're advertising it.
Want to wear their pants sagging like it's cool, like it's the trend. That's not no trend.
Mm-hmm.
That means you want what in your butt.
Oh, the guy that wrote that song. Ooh, that is hilarious to me.
What?
In the butt. I said, what? In the butt. We'll do it in your butt. Oh, yeah. What was his name? Do you remember his name?
I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember the guy's name?
I gotta find it.
Now she gotta find it. See, we can't let her find stuff, y'all.
Yeah, let me find stuff.
No, don't let her find it. Lord Jesus, that is a song for you, guys.
We're gonna play it for y'all. That's hilarious. I was like, what?
So, I'm gonna have a quick question, just random thoughts. What about Kanye West? I hear so many different opinions. Like, okay, he's um, doing gospel or Christian music,
Samuel.
and his name was what?
Samuel.
Samuel. Doing gospel, and so people are saying that he's not a Christian. I don't know why. Okay, we're talking about Kanye West, and she's gonna try to play the what in the butt.
It's because he's a Christian.
Oh Lord. So people have an opinion. Like first, okay, you know, Kanye West is part of the Illuminati, and now he is over there doing gospel music, and he really ain't saved. It's really he's saying that Mac Levesque, whatever the Satan name is who he's worshiping as God. And I'm like, well, I don't think Mac Levesque would be really loving and kind and caring and one another and trying to join everybody to God and then even worshiping his God. So that's my opinion. What do you feel about it?
I don't know. I was looking at Tamika's question.
What was the question?
What about the artist Lizzo dancing at the Lakers game while the cheerleaders were just as naked?
Yes. People having problems with a big girl showing her badonkala.
I don't know. I don't watch games.
Well, I didn't watch the game either, but it was pointed out to me, and I was able to see my husband actually showed it to me. She had on a big T-shirt that came, I think, a little above her knees or past her knees, and on the back of the T-shirt was two big holes where her butt was, and she had on thongs. She had a thong on with her butt cheek hanging out.
Inappropriate.
Let me look it up
Oh, Lord,
so you can see it, cause
you show it, and I'm gonna play the song.
okay, she gonna play the song.
Conversion is what you're paying for when you run a
Okay,
paid
we're on
advertising
YouTube,
campaign.
watching
If you're not
YouTube.
doing
We
everything
are
you
supporting.
can to optimize-
Don't forget to
It's time for
subscribe.
Beef of the Week. Leah from Promo is here. Who's beefing this week, Leah?
It's Lizzo versus the hater. I'm somebody who cares. She was wearing a dress on the
Okay.
cheeks and a thong, and the point was to show that.
And everybody's getting upset saying she was inappropriately dressed.
Yes, absolutely. And
But here's what happened. The camera at the Lakers game goes on Lizzo. They start playing her song, Juice.
that's the one.
Okay? The cheerleaders, skimpy-ass cheerleaders on the court are dancing. Lizzo hears her song. She's like, I'm going to perform too. Gets up, turns around.
Yeah.
We see thong. We see artist. We see everything.
We see cheeks. We see cheeks flapping in the wind. That's what we're seeing.
Liz is like, my thing is showing my ass.
Yeah, her thing is showing her ass on her own terms and her own time, okay? It's time and place there. And
No.
yes, it is. This
No.
is a family-oriented public place that she was in.
Because Lizzo is not a
Why?
typical
Because
beauty queen.
she's not
It's a body
skinny.
thing.
That is
Girl,
not
please.
what it comes
Yes,
down to
it
at all.
is.
If Rihanna came to the game wearing a thong only, I would have a problem. If
No,
Beyonce,
I completely disagree. This is
Right.
all about
She
people
lying.
uncomfortable with people who look like Lizzo.
absolutely
Right.
not.
Exactly.
Yeah. So she a plus size
On
woman
Instagram
showing
Live
her
last night. Here's
ass.
what she had to say.
And we got the little skinny chick showing their ass. And,
Never ever let somebody stop you or shame you from
right.
being yourself. Like, this is who I've always been.
Because had she been a size 2,
Huh.
there would been no issue. Janet Jackson flashed her titties on us. Her boob fell out of her thing
Just
in her
remain your
concert.
criticism.
They was
I'm the
loving
happiest
that.
I've ever been.
Now
I'm
let her
surrounded by
be
love.
Monique, a plus
And
size woman, the big old
I just
boob
wanna
come
spread
out,
that
then
love.
it's gonna be an
Also spread
issue.
these
Exactly.
cheeks. And you know, if you really, really don't like my, you can kiss it.
Where do you stand on this issue? I am Team Lizzo.
Ooh, and I'm
Yeah,
team
hater.
decency.
Team Lizzo.
Team decency. Thank you very
I'm
much.
such a prude.
Oh, am I? Okay, I love these.
So we saw that, and I'm gonna have to say, I know darn well if that was been Rihanna, Beyonce, I don't care anybody with the
Right.
figure that they think is the bomb, not no plus size woman, they wouldn't have nothing to say. Matter of fact, I didn't hear anybody say the cheerleaders don't have enough clothes on. You know what I mean? I don't hear that. I don't hear those conversations. But because
That's what she just
Lizzo
said.
is a
She
plus
said
size
The
woman,
Lakers girls are asked for hanging out.
yeah, and nobody said nothing about that. Matter of fact, that's not even a conversation.
Because
It is not even a conversation. Yes, but then here comes Lizzo, a plus size woman, dropping it like a hot, picking it back up and dropping it back down. People got a problem with it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna just say, go Lizzo. Well, do your thing. I'm a plus size woman, and I'm
Kim
saying,
Kardashian.
do it. Oh yeah, Kim Kardashian always doing something, and nobody got nothing to say about that. But when it comes to a plus size woman, you got something to say. When it comes to, don't even get me started. See, I get new girl, I get started, and I thought she had two holes. Apparently, that was her thumb. She just had one big hole. It was just one big hole in the behind, and it was a thong that was splitting the booty cheeks. So, and I'm gonna say I'm not a fan of thongs. I didn't like them when I was smaller and showing the heck. Don't like them now. I'm not a fan. I don't like nothing up my butt.
What? In the butt. Why she look at you?
I don't know. Oh shit! I'll kick my own behind. Don't worry, I would have went my own behind. Give me some thongs. Cause I would know. We're not having that.
I take some boy shorts.
That's as far as we're going. So, what do you guys think about that? Like,
I'm Team Lizzo.
me too. Lizzo, do your thing. It's about time a woman comes up, has energy, can do her thing,
Yeah.
and do what she
That's
said.
right, Tamika.
I was trying not to say the black. I was really trying to hold back because it was there. It's on the tip of my tongue because it's always got something to do with black people.
And she's black.
And she black because it let that been a plus size white girl.
They wouldn't have said that.
They wouldn't have said nothing. What's that one lady's name? Who's plus size? She plays in Molly. What's her name? Melissa McCarthy. Let that been her. It ain't her cup of tea, but let that been her. They would have been, yes, look at that, women empowerment. Size doesn't matter. So we get a negative both ways. And I'm saying I'm so proud of Lizzo. I don't know her personally. And I can honestly say I don't really know her music, but just the stuff that I've seen, I'm very impressed with her. Because she's saying, I don't care about these these skinny girls who starving themselves, and then they got to do all this brush art to make them look more thinner than what they are, and making that the thing to be. No, that's not right. And you know what? In certain cultures, the bigger you are, the more wealthier you are. Mm-hmm. So these little skinny little two-piece here, they ain't wealthy.
That's right. I think we got time for one more question.
One more question. And I had got off my bulletin because I was all into the Lizzo world. So I'm just scared of these questions. They be having long.
I'm officially drunk, you guys.
Oh, she's gone. Yeah, she's drunk. I like drunk Virgo though. She's sweet. Mm-hmm. My daughter was like, yes.
You see how I'm looking.
Drunk Virgo is a nice. Okay, here we go. Seems quick, and here it goes. I am going to be a grandmother. I am so excited. I have waited 31 years for our oldest son to put a ring on it and give me some grandchildren. I am glad that he waited, though. I was beginning to joke about having to start birthing the next generation myself. I don't want to be called grandma. Sounds too old. I don't know what kind of question. I don't know. I don't know why they put it in my box.
Next. And it needs to be a yes or no, because I'm tired. No,
oh, Lord, you guys. Give me a second. I'm about to be a grandmother, and I'm gonna be Grandma Duchess. I'm already one, but I didn't give myself a good thought of. I didn't want to have an original name like everybody else. I wanted to have my own name, and so I came up with Grandma Duchess. And on my YouTube channel, not my YouTube, my Instagram channel, I will be doing Grandma Duchess. If I was back in the day, but I'll be now in the future, so the kids won't know what to expect. So we're just getting all that ready and geared up. I'm gonna start filming it next week. So hopefully you'll watch my little 1 minute Grandma Duchess. 'Cause that's who I will be. Well, because, I get weird questions. And sometimes I put them on the Talk It Out show. Sometimes I put them on here.
I'm sure you're.
So,
This is not clean.
okay. When you have kids that don't wash the dishes good, what do you do to punish them?
Wasn't me.
Without returning up to claiming that one. What is it?
Yeah,
Suggest grandma names. So what grandma names could we give that person?
Nana.
Because I ain't giving my Grandma Duchess because I'm Grandma Duchess. And what's your name? Yours is Nana, right?
Nana.
I just said that.
And then what's yours, Meek?
Sam, not
Because you
I
be
know.
big.
You want to have her big.
okay. She said, meet me, cousin.
Yeah. So I'm just waiting to see what she says as I look. Okay, the next question, even if it's a long one, I'm going to go ahead and read because I'm like everybody else. Well, that's what I keep getting is the long ones. It took us so long. If we would have did this earlier, it would have been so much easier.
I know. I could be chilling.
She said beat them. What's she beating?
Mom.
Beat them for the dishes not being clean. I know that's what that had to be on.
Oh, I'm tired.
Oh, that's hilarious. She said beat them.
Oh my gosh.
What?
What?
Oh,
Give her a
oh. She gonna get beat. She is gonna. She played that one good. Normally she's not good at this,
Yeah.
but she did good at.
Everything.
I was about to get ghost. You didn't even know I was about to go. Oh, Mika's name is Sugar Mama.
Sugar mama.
So you can take Nana, Sugar Mama. Come on with another name. You ain't taking mine.
Mima.
Mima.
I'm like, huh? I think I'm jumping.
Isn't that
I think I'm gonna leave it.
isn't Mima
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
like one the country names?
Nemo.
Yeah. That's my grandson's other
You
grandma.
can do Gigi
Mima.
Gigi.
Yeah.
or Grandma. Oh,
Why they give me Jerry? They don't want to be grandma. They're saying they want a name.
Punch a cream. Ooh.
Punch a cream. I'm gonna punch you in your mouth. Ah.
Why is this dirty?
Oh my goodness, I can't do it.
Let me just put this
Well, you gonna have to wake up early in the morning and get her because she's gonna be trying to go to somebody's house tomorrow.
You sleep early in the morning. You don't have to wake up.
I'll be gone.
Where you going?
Sleep.
We both said that. We both said
I
we're.
know. Did you see how I don't have a life and I get to where you going? Like when they go somewhere, it's okay, but I'm not gonna be. Where you going? Like you grown.
I know. You like wrong.
Okay.
You know the rules.
I like cute.
But you want to go out the house looking like that?
No.
Can you give me some water since you're all up in my bed?
Hi, you guys. I'm the little girl that killed the spider that almost died killing the spider. And I'm
Spider
this.
was bigger than her. Oh, hi. I love you. Oh, my God.
She said Gam,
Gamma?
Gam, and Grammy.
Oh,
Grammy. Hi, Grammy.
So those are names if you want. Oh, why did I passive? Okay. Here's a question.
That's too long.
All of them belong to you. We just got to.
Oh, my God.
shit.
No, you're not doing that.
Okay, hold on. Let's breathe. Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna have to leave. So if you guys see me walk out, you know the reason why, because this is like a book, right?
Okay, so here we go.
She don't even know where to begin. It's so long.
Yeah.
Then you hit the continue button, and then it's even longer.
Shut up.
To see me, to beat me.
Okay, I am. What?
It says to see me, to beat me.
I don't know what that means.
Oh.
Okay, here goes. I am trying to decide if I should allow my son, whom is 12, to live with his dad across country. He has never been a major factor in his life, but he does interact with him. He sometimes goes spend the summer. This last summer, I said I would not send him again because I did not like the vibe I was getting as a whole. My son was not in harm's way, and I spoke to him almost daily, but daily, but more so him feeling at home there. My ex feels the summer is not enough to bond and that he's at the age where living with him would be good for them. My ex now lives and has a child with a woman he cheated on me with. I hold no ill feelings toward him or her. Too busy living my best life. Preach it, girl. Live your
She
best
lying.
life.
She lying.
Okay, well, she's lying. However, she does not like me because she is fully aware that he is still in love with me and will leave her in a moment notice if I took him back. We parted 10 years ago. Never going to happen. Her and I spoke one time years ago when she called me worried I would take him back. I assured her I am the least of her concerns. He asked about him moving out there for good, which I said we could weigh pros and cons. However, he verbalized how she would not communicate with me if I feel if you will be parenting my son whose whole world would change. Your level of maturity should be high enough to communicate with me. We don't have to be buddies, etc., but at least converse as needed. I'm sure Dad would do most of the communicating, but it makes me feel uncomfortable that you simply will not communicate with me at all. I don't want to negate Dad, but I don't know. My son is, as expected, on the fence, doesn't mind living with Dad in a sense, but has only lived with me, so the change is a scary thought. Also, Dad will be traveling for work sometime, so she would be the primary when he is gone. Should I be open to it or automatic no if I can communicate with the person that will help co parent? Thanks.
Nope.
Oh.
I'm just gonna look over this way and sip my cup of tea with my Kermit voice. No, I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it. What you think, Avi?
I wouldn't do it
Why wouldn't you do it?
because I wouldn't trust him or his female
Why wouldn't you trust?
because I don't know them. I mean, I know him, but I don't know the female. So
Well, my problem is, and I'm just going to say, we're not being adults about the situation. If my child is traveling across the country to come stay with you and your wife, then your wife should be able to talk to me. Or my child can't be with you. Because especially if you're traveling and she going to be the one parenting my child, I definitely need to be talking to her too. Because if my child tells me she did something wrong and she ain't talking to me, you best believe I'll be right where he at, and it will not be a pretty sight, and my child will be back. So you might as well be able to communicate. Because my thing is, he's old enough to go stay with his dad. That's not a problem to me. And if he wants to try it out for a year, you can try it out for a year. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I would say like the year, do a year,
Yeah.
and another year. But when she said he's gonna be traveling, and the primary person would be the other woman,
And
that's
she
not
ain't trying to
gonna
talk to
happen.
me.
Yeah.
Like, she was willing to talk to me.
Cordial and talk to me. That's definitely not going to happen. I'm not going to let my child stay with some woman that don't want to speak to me or whatever, and you have my child. Hell no. That's like the neighbor.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I said, open to it, but must be communication between the women.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing about it is, it's like she's not being open. The woman is saying she's not going to talk to him once the child is living there. She's not going to talk to her because she's so busy thinking the woman want it back. But if the woman wants your man back, and you and the woman know that she can get him at any time, and she ain't did it, why are you worried about it now?
Right.
And why she want him back now that she gonna send a child to you? You should be more glad to talk to me. You should be wanting to get close to me to have a relationship with me, till you know for a fact I won't be with your man because me and you got a relationship. But you being childish makes it hard for me to send my child, and I'm gonna say no.
No.
Now, if you want your child, you better check your woman and figure that out.
But it just reminds me of that lady across the street that, you be cordial, speak, don't want to speak to you, or whatever, whatnot, but your child and her child or grandchild at the time go to the same school, and she knows that your child was late getting to school, never spoke to you, and then all of a sudden was like, oh, I know our kids go to the same school. I can drop yours off. Hell no, you can't. If I say hi and you can't even speak to me to say hi or any of that, and you think I'm gonna let my baby get in the car with you?
Yeah, well,
You crazy.
so mine. Yeah, I gotta feel safe. Like, that's the thing about it, is I know that you're the dad and everything, and the same thing. But at the same time, if I was traveling and I had a man living with me, my husband or whatever living with me, and I'm traveling and you calling to talk to the person that's taking care of your child, and that person don't want to talk to you, then you're gonna have a problem. And I don't blame you for having that problem. So you have to understand, on the woman's side of the point of view, we can't play that game.
A mother.
We can't. We're mother bears anyway, so we're like, hunched over. So it's already hard for us to give our child to you for a year, knowing that I'm not going to see my baby. Like, it was already hard dealing with not being able to have summers with my child. But now I'm going to give you my child during the school year too. And then this woman don't want to communicate with me, that's going to be mainly raising my child. No.
Yeah, that would
No.
definitely not happen.
No.
That's not happening.
I have a question though. Why would you want your child to go with you if you're going to be traveling all the time?
Exactly.
Well, that's a good
That is
question.
a very good question.
Maybe it's not as often as we're making it.
Things that make you go,
Maybe it's not as often as it is.
That's just no. Well, you guys.
I guess that's it. I was just rereading to make sure, because I'm like, I'm not understanding. That is a part of a conversation that my daughter right here is 13, almost 14. There's no way in the world, if me and my husband was not together, that he gonna tell me he want her there for a year while he with this other woman, or married to this other woman, and she don't want to talk to me. But if she don't want to talk to me,
You want my child to go there.
and you want my child to go,
With our child.
yeah. But my thing is, every kid has this thing about them that another adult won't like. Let's just be real about it. We could think our kids is the best person in the world because they're our kids, but somebody on the outside gonna look at your child and be like, oh, your child got a smart mouth, or all this, or I don't like the way your child does this, and I don't like that way.
She said he still has to provide. It still ain't gonna happen.
He can provide, but my thing is, we're not stopping the providing. My thing is, the woman is gonna be the main caregiver, because I don't care what relationship you in, it's usually the woman is the main caregiver. And for him to be the one traveling and stuff, she's the main caregiver. And if she's not willing to communicate with you, because the dad can't communicate if he doesn't want traveling. If he don't want to travel, he can't communicate and say, Joe sitting up here doing such and such stuff. So that's why she did such and such stuff. I'm just like, before Joe called, that we handled it. I heard both sides of the story, and I was cool with what she did. How you gonna tell me that? You know what I mean? I just don't get it. Like, I know I love my sweet pie right here, but she got a smart mouth. So she get with that woman and get smart mouth. I'm gonna be like, what you do to make her have a smart mouth? Because you don't want to talk to me. And my husband can't tell. Yeah, and my husband can't tell me nothing because he don't want. He at work on a traveling gig, And it might have been only 2 or 3 days, but it only takes 2 or 3 days for them to go crazy.
It only take one day.
It only take
Only
5
take an
minutes.
hour.
It only
You know?
take as soon as he walked out that door.
Yeah, what you gonna do? You ain't my mama or daddy. So what made her say that? That's gonna be my question. But I can't ask you because you won't get on the phone and talk to me. I don't think that's gonna work out for me. I don't think it's gonna work out for me.
It's not gonna work.
I'm thinking about it and I'm like, no, she has to communicate. She has to communicate or you can't get my child. You want your child? She gonna have to communicate with me. And that's just how it is. Okay, she trying to get off the thing. She done hit her arm really hard. So now she gonna have a bruise and somehow it's gonna be my fault that she beat her arm. Right? Don't try to act all innocent, Virgo. She like, she ain't even gotta watch on.
I was going like this. What are
Girl,
you
shut
talking about?
up.
I was doing this.
She probably got a bruise right there. She was tapping out. It ain't formed yet. Well, let's look at it tomorrow. I'll take a picture. Like, look at what you did when I was trying to tell you time is up.
Time up. No.
Okay, so we appreciate you coming to our ladies' night. Now that we know how to set up our live, we're not streaming our live. That's the difference we didn't get. So now that we know how to set up our live, we will be having our shows at 7:30 on Saturday. And we want you to join with us. And if you have any questions, please email me at the 11liveshow@gmail.com. I think you can do it on here too. You can Instagram me or Facebook me a message. I'm not going to be doing any Facebook for a while, but I am going to be doing my Instagram and YouTube until I get used to learning how to do this and stuff like this. And then we're going to try to figure out how to be able to communicate more. Now, ladies' nights is only going to be on Saturday. We might do quick videos here and there or just regular live videos or stuff like that. But our normal ladies' night where we get to have our cocktails that we created. The last one was water. I was thirsty and dehydrated, and she put it in this little cup. And I wanted like 10 more. There, like I'm going down, but we appreciate you being on there. We appreciate you, Mika. Thank you, and please go ahead and share, subscribe, and hit the button that gives you the notification that we are on it. Did I say that right, sweetie?
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Because this is how you said it. Hit the button that shows you the notification. You're hilarious.
Yeah, and subscribe and share. And don't listen to my daughter talking
And
about me.
like,
Is there a like button on YouTube?
I don't,
Yes.
yeah.
And like. Like the page. I didn't know there was a like.
What do you think that is right there?
A thumbs up.
Wait.
Oh
there's
my
two-
gosh, she said a thumbs up. That's a like button.
Yes.
Well, thumbs up mean liking me. I don't see anybody thumbs up and liking me. Tamika, thumbs up it. Come on, you
Thumbs
can
it
do
up. Thumbs it up.
Thumbs up it.
thumbs up it, Mika. And when Mika's able to walk, she's going to be on our show on one of our ladies' night. We talked about it earlier before I thought we was going to be on live, but she's not thumbsing up it.
Oh, there's two people on here.
Okay.
Who's the second person?
Okay, we gotta go. She's embarrassing me now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. Love you. And remember to love and live each day as if it were your last.
That's right.
Smooches.
Smooches, smooches.
She didn't thumbs it up it.